All right, welcome to the runningrestaurants.com podcast, where we bring you the tips, tools, and techniques you need to know to make your restaurant more profitable and successful. I'm your host, Jamie Oikle, and today we've got a great restaurant tech episode for you with Adam Garfield, the VP of Wix Restaurants. So Adam, welcome, man. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, Jamie, thanks so much for having me.
This will date me because I'm older than you. But I built websites for restaurants back in like 1997, like 20 plus years ago. Straight HTML, boring, bold,
Nice.
header and stuff like that. So, I mean, just crazy. So it's come a long way since then. Let's just talk. I mean, we're getting into a lot of stuff, but overview, where are restaurant websites today? What do you got?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people know Wix for being the easy to use website builder. We have over 220 million users on Wix. But for the restaurant industry, Wix is one of the largest providers and homes for restaurants online. And that starts at, creating a site, but we're much more transactional focused as well. It's not just about, can we create a beautiful website for restaurants? That's obviously piece one. But just as important to that piece is, can we empower that business to be successful, drive revenue, and transact? And so I think that historically has been a not as well-known piece of Wix Restaurants business. But we offer a lot of tools to restaurants, from online ordering to delivery integration, to AI menu support to create menus, all kinds of tools for restaurants to succeed in a modern 2022 environment.
Yeah, I want to talk about the delivery stuff later. I want to talk about online ordering because it's exploded in the last 2 years. Everybody has to do it. And yeah, going back to, again, where I started when we did websites, it was literally you took the menu and you just slapped it up and it was brochure and it was so basic. And now I still see restaurants that do that. And I'm like, gosh, you're missing so many opportunities when you do that. Restaurant website really should convey the brand. It should get reservations. It should sell for you. That's how I think about it. And I think there's so many opportunities to do that. And maybe before it used to cost $100,000 to make a website and then $50,000, but now it's so reasonable. And even with platforms like yours, very, very reasonable to do all the stuff you really need to do, especially for, independence and so forth. So glad to have you on and talk about this stuff. If people, a lot of times they look at the menu, that's where they go first to see where they want to go, or they're looking for reservations. Do you find those two areas to be kind of very, very popular?
Yeah, I think number one is people these days are very, even the end users are very transactional focused. So I know myself as someone that's, ordering delivery a fair amount, my cooking skills are still getting up to par.
Right.
Is, the first thing I'm looking for is the order now button. And also a very image-rich experience, because I want to know what the food's going to look like. People eat with their eyes, that's been said for decades and decades. So you want to have a beautiful experience, but you also want to make it really easy and simple for folks to navigate to where they're, going to spend with you and transact with you. And so I think one of the cool things about Wix, just to go back to your building of websites back in the day, is that today, for the SMB restaurant owner that's out there, oftentimes the owner is the coffee maker or the pizza maker, right? It's an SMB restaurant. And for folks in this industry, we know how difficult and challenging it can be for owners and how little time they have and how many folks are approaching them. And so for Wix, we actually even have a tool called the ADI, which uses artificial intelligence to build a website for you in a matter of seconds. Really? So Jamie, you can go on there and you can say, I run an Italian restaurant, and Wix will automatically build you an Italian restaurant website, complete with imagery and copy content that an Italian restaurant would use, that you can then update and customize for your specific restaurant. So that's a really cool function that we have for folks that just want to get online now. They want to make an easy website and they want to do it without, paying an agency or spending a lot of time or money or anything like that. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have, complex tools for larger businesses and enterprise where they can build a complete customizable solution. So for example, the Wix.com website is built on Wix. And this is one of the world's largest websites, most visited website, supports millions and millions of users, but is built on top of, the Wix infrastructure. So the key is, how do we support restaurants of all sizes? Can we support the mom and pop business? And can we also support an enterprise customer? And can we do that with a really nice looking website that also transacts?
Yeah, I like to have options, right? Some people are more tech savvy than others and can jump in, but that idea that you just talked about, man, if you were Italian and you hit that button and maybe it's 80% done, now you're plugging in your address, your phone, and so forth. And if you wanted to, you could publish it and be ready to go. And then there's another guy who just like has a vision, wants to customize a lot of stuff, and sounds like they can get into it.
Exactly. And the other thing that's really changed a lot since you were building websites is that, now it's a very, very digital first mindset, I think, for a lot of folks out there. The older model was kind of find a space to lease or own to put my restaurant in, come up with the menu, then find my point of sale. Then the last step maybe was like, oh, it'd be nice to kind of spin up a website.
Oh yeah.
I think today, there's a big digital first mentality. And so it's more important than ever to understand, how am I found online? And that also is more than just my website, but it's integrations with, things like Google My Business that Wix offers, so that when people are even, Googling your Italian restaurant as the example, that the right things come up for you, that people, again, can find your menu very easily, order from you easily, and things like that.
Yeah, we were, where we live, right? We kind of have default places you go, your neighborhood and so forth. But I was traveling on the weekend. Daughter plays softball. We're in a new city, and the team wants to go out to eat. So what do? You're hot and sweaty, and you pull out your phone and you go to Google and you hit restaurants, and like that is how a lot of people find you where to go. And we happen to worked out great this week and found two neat places and so forth. But it can go wrong, right? Or I could land on your site and you're just like, you're doing a real bad job right away. What are some of those kind of best practices on the mobile friendly website to make sure it's easy to find, or the address comes up, or like, you already hit it earlier when you say order now, like take an action. What are some other things you see?
Yeah, I think one is you want to pay attention to SEO. I think in general, like you mentioned, you're searching for this restaurant in this case and you don't know it. And so I think as the restaurant owner yourself, it's very important that your listing come up as the first listing, before other marketplace listings of your business that, might not benefit you as much. So I think paying attention to SEO is super important so that you can get your business listed at the top of any search results. Then having a very straightforward and clean approach to your website. I think in 2022, there might be times where I want to read a complete history of the founding of this restaurant, but I think people want to have a very clean, pure site that's image rich and image focused, and that they can then navigate easily and transact with easily. So if you look at the big players that are out there within enterprise and the folks that do tech really well in the market, you'll see that it's not just one order now button that exists on these sites. There's calls to action in multiple spots throughout their site. So I guarantee if you went onto Domino's website right now, for instance, you can find, more than 5 different places where they're going to direct you and steer you into transacting with their business. And so this just goes back as humans are very path of least resistance focused. And so the more that you can steer customers into doing what they already want to do, which is transacting with you, the better. So that should be more than kind of like one simple header that says, order. It should kind of pop up in several places across your site, steering them into the actions that you want them to have.
Yeah, I could see, as you were talking there, I'm picturing, there's a first call to action, but then there's there's a special, maybe then there's an event, there's maybe there, if you're a music place, there's a music thing, things that really might gravitate to one person or the other are very important. So let's go to online ordering.
Right.
And maybe that'll transition into delivery. COVID still an issue. We're both happen to be in Florida, which thankfully there's never been any COVID in Florida. So that's been the good news. I'm just kidding, of course, but our restrictions have been different than some other states. But restaurants have had to shut down. They've had to learn how to do delivery. They've had to learn how to do online ordering. They do it well. Do you believe that? I don't think that's going to go away. That's just my opinion. I think everybody learn from that. Customers get used to it. We do it quite a bit. Sounds like you do as well. What do you see with online ordering being successful? What tips can you share?
Yeah, I think to the COVID point, I mean, this has just been an acceleration of maybe a 3-year kind of traction, all within 1 year, right? Where folks are seeing the importance and understand the importance of online ordering, native mobile ordering. But I think at a high level, we've preached and preached about the importance of first party ordering. And I think it's essential for every restaurant to have their own direct channel that exists between themselves and their customers.
Right.
And that's so that they can transact directly. That's so that they can better understand who their customers are. And that's so that they can better market to their customers to drive frequency, right? Get those customers to come back more often and also spend more when they do. And those, are really focused within the first party ordering channel. And you can obviously like increase and enhance that with other tools, whether that be loyalty and rewards that are tied to that, notifications and promotions and specials that are tied to that. But we've seen, especially during COVID, people have a strong love and affection for SMB restaurants. And I think more than ever, understand the importance of, ordering directly from restaurants. And so Wix really wants to be the home that supports restaurants to do that. The same place where I'm spinning up my website is also my home for transacting. It's also where I can have my online ordering. It's also where I can have, my branded app run through. It's also where I can have a number of these tools that can support, me as a small business owner run a more profitable restaurant.
100%. And just to, everybody knows this, right? I'll just but to clarify, like the first party is like they're going right to your website and they're hitting a button and they're staying in your infrastructure, and you're capturing the data and you have that information. And that's so much more powerful than, having an order come in through a platform that you may or may not get any information on. And obviously you're sharing revenue and commissions and things of that nature. So we preach it all the time. Own the list, control the database. There's so much more power to that. Later on a little bit more.
And I don't think that, it's a mutually exclusive kind of experience, right? I don't think that there's a world where you only have first party ordering or you only have third party ordering. I don't think either of those is the pure answer, because it's important. Both of those serve a function. And I think it's important that you layer them together to complement each other, right? So third-party delivery is very important, and marketplaces are very important for your business to be discovered by new customers, right? Folks that don't know about Jamie's Italian restaurant, maybe, aren't visiting your website direct, or they're not finding it via search. They're going onto a marketplace where they can then discover it there, order from you. And then it really behooves you as a restaurant to see if I can move, my customer from ordering through this marketplace to ordering direct. And so marketplaces are very important homes for discovery and for acquiring new customers for your restaurant. But it's really important that after that discovery aspect, you're moving them to be a direct customer of yours. And that's where first party ordering comes in. They can build a stronger relationship with your brand. They can get, loyalty and rewards. They can get promotions. And you as a restaurant can better understand, Adam, doesn't like cheese pizza. He always orders pepperoni. Or maybe I don't even like pizzas. I order calzones, right? And so you have no way to know who I am as a customer if I'm only ordering through third-party delivery, right? You don't know if it's my first time ordering with you, my 100th time ordering from you, what I like to eat, when I like to eat. And so the way that you do learn those things is through having your own online ordering and your own first-party channel where you can better serve your customers and better understand who they are.
Yeah, 100%. We're in agreement there. Both kind of work together. Part of the impetus of talking today here is you guys are coming up with a new announcement very, very soon. This week, I believe, it talks about a partnership with the DoorDash folks, DoorDash Drive, and it sounds like that's more of a integration that gets away from the fear of sharing giant commissions and so forth. But you're going to explain it better, so I'll let you take it.
Yeah, definitely. So we're super excited at Wix to partner with DoorDash to offer a commission-free delivery experience for our Wix users. And that's using DoorDash Drive. So the way that works is any Wix user that uses the Wix online ordering can offer delivery to their entire user base and support that logistically through DoorDash. So the number one pain point for our users today oftentimes is a high commission on third-party delivery. Yeah. And probably the second pain point is labor. right? Like those are the two. If you're running a restaurant today, right away, I think most restaurants out there will say high commissions and a labor shortage are our two biggest pain points. And so at Wix, we want to offer commission-free delivery to users. So they're actually going to be paying a flat rate for delivery, no matter how large the basket is.
Mm-hmm.
And two is it uses the delivery network that DoorDash offers. So they don't have to hire their own delivery drivers. They don't have to manage their own fleet or anything of that nature. They can leave that work up to the fleet of drivers from DoorDash and be able to outsource the logistics part to DoorDash. So as an end user, I'm ordering as I normally would, right, from Jamie's Italian restaurant. And all that I'm seeing is that, hey, my order from Jamie's is being delivered by DoorDash.
Right.
And I can even track where that is on a map. I can see where that driver is. All the great things that people love about ordering through marketplaces today in terms of transparency around their order status, they're still going to get that as an end user. But the added benefit for restaurants here is it's commission free, and they can choose to subsidize a portion of that delivery fee for themselves. And so really, it's a new model for them, a delivery as a service model to help them really be more profitable when it comes down to it.
The thing that I find appealing to it for a lot of reasons, and restaurant owners, you already hit on it, right? I mean, managing a fleet, delivery drivers, everything that goes along with that. A lot of restaurants don't want to touch it. They want pickup. They want people to be able to get delivery, but actually doing it is very, very challenging for a lot of folks. So now you have these things that didn't exist. Maybe I'm wrong by say 5 years ago, but there was a point in the history where there wasn't a network of drivers ready to go. This gig economy has changed. So yeah, there's this infrastructure ready to go, very more sophisticated than the normal operator could obviously build themselves. Boom, plug it into your website. Drivers are ready, food's ready, do your job producing the food. So I see the benefit right away. This is, how are you going to market it? How's it shares? Is it going to click right in? Like what's coming down the pike?
Yeah. So as a user on Wix, it'll be right in your dashboard as part of when you set up your pickup and delivery settings. So Wix actually also offers like curbside pickup. We offer order and pay at the table. So there's a number of fulfillment modes that we actually support that folks might not know. But when it comes to delivery, restaurant owners can choose. Maybe there's a portion that they still want to offer delivery for, and they want to complement that with a delivery integration that we offer through DoorDash. And so they can set that up right from our dashboard where they want to cover, if they want to cover anything. And if not, they let DoorDash here do the rest of the work. Okay. And they can set up, what portion of the delivery fee, if any, they want to subsidize for their user. And really, as part of their setup, very straightforward in our kind of online ordering wizard, and they're ready to go. We don't have to send them to any kind of other laborious kind of site or anything like that. The beauty is it's all within Wix. So the website that they're already using, their online ordering that they're already using, it's just one more tool in that tool. Okay.
Yeah, my guess is that's going to have a pretty good uptake and a lot of interest. So let's one last section of restaurant websites in general, and then we'll start to wrap. But I want to go back to, we talked about getting people's information, list building, marketing. You want to control that data. Maybe you want to do a Tuesday promo, Thursday promo, whatever. What do you guys do on the marketing side? How do you help folks there?
Yeah, so we have a whole suite of tools called Ascend within Wix. And so that helps restaurants do everything from having a CRM. So step one is I want to know, all my customer information, have a database ready for me that easily can manage all of that. And from all that CRM information, we then want to take action from a marketing standpoint with those customers. So then I can set up automated campaigns for that. So maybe, if Jamie hasn't come to my restaurant in 30 days, I want him to get this kind of message or this kind of promotion. Okay. So we have an entire automated marketing component to our Ascend tool. So any restaurant can not only have their CRM, now they have automated email campaigns for that. And they also can run promotions and specials that target their users. Maybe they want to drive business during slow times. They can identify and do that as well. And they can also send out notifications whenever they want to these users. So it's really about, can we create strong messaging? Can we create strong promotions? And recently, Wix also acquired a loyalty and rewards partner. So we also offer first-party loyalty and rewards as part of this. So again, the more tools and incentives that restaurants can give their customers for them to order direct, the more likely they are to do so. So today, you can set up not just a site on Wix, you can have a branded app on Wix for that also. It can have online ordering, it can have loyalty and rewards, it can display your menu, and it can then on the back end be connected to automated marketing campaigns, a full CRM, promotions, specials, loyalty, and rewards. So that's the starting point for what we're looking to do here within Wix Restaurants. And I think, it's a very strong offering today for restaurants of all sizes. And I think in the future, it's only going to continue to get stronger.
Well, I'm gonna plug my 1997 website business here. I think we strongly compete with what you offer. So if folks go back in time, choose us. It's so far it's come, man. It's exciting where to be in that space that restaurants can kind of do everything from one portal, and there's still some other stuff to do, but like you used to have to piece together this and email that about like 10 different pieces. So I appreciate restaurants being busy and being able to do kind of a lot of stuff, maybe not single thing they want to do, but a lot of stuff in one place. So really cool what you guys going on. Go ahead and tell folks where to go, how to go, anything special, etc., social channels, website, what you got.
Yeah. So Wix.com, very simple, easy, right on there. You'll see a hub for restaurants that you can dive into and sign up, create an account in a matter of seconds. You can then, like we've talked about, launch your site in a matter of seconds. I think on socials and across socials, you can follow us on Wix. We release like tutorials and videos on YouTube as well. So feel free to follow us across all those social channels, but most importantly, Wix.com is where you can sign up and get started.
All right. Yeah. Super easy, right? Wix.com, easy to find. So I appreciate you, man. A lot of good stuff there. All right, folks, that was Adam Garfield of Wix. Make sure you check them out at Wix.com for all the restaurant stuff they have going on. For more great restaurant marketing, operations, service, and tech tips, stay tuned to us here at runningrestaurants.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Adam.
Awesome. Thanks, Jamie.